everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Bears are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against the Lions team that knows they have to take care of the ball.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. New battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing is Stafford. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
On second down, here's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kevin White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the ref...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
3rd and long. It's Stafford, eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The fumble recovery, Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On the ball,
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. first and goal. Dixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And here we go on first and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And let's see, 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing on third and long. Stafford, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and goal. On is Nick Novak now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 88 yards. Play clock winding down.
Hurry up, here we go. Watching that party.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. Trubisky will throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
It's so difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
Here we go. 319. 319. Good.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Barth now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw on 2nd down at Stafford. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this will be incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Howard on 2nd down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school at one of my
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. The play clock's running down. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Again, it's Abdullah. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
All right, here we go.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Take it in at the 22. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
On first down, Stafford here. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Defense showing blitz.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Get there.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Shift together here from the D-line.
Now let's go. Detroit. Now let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Trubisky on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, they run with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Wasn't it fun in pregame standing downstairs and watching Matthew Stafford throw the football? I mean, that bad boy just whistled.
He can just rock it.
It just whistled by us, didn't it? But what is the one knock on him? Accuracy. Yeah. And that's what we just saw there, an incompletion on that throw downfield.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go now. Leopard. We got 3. Here we go now.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Trubisky now off the bootleg. It's grabbed over the middle by White. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A give to Howard running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Barth now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off. Not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And now running right through it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Lions on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now let's go. 3, 19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again, it's Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, 29 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Barth now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tag 32, tag 32, tag 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Counter with Howard, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On the toss play, Howard. And he's got room. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Back it up, Philly. Here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit, Detroit.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. Green, 30. Watch it now, Barney.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The tight end in motion right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Leopard.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action with Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Barth now after the made field goal to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready? 21. Check 26. All right, boys, here we go.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to it.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here. 2nd and 10. Stafford again. Flushed. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On the give, running right is Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Carry for Jeremy McNichols. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Go, 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 run, run, run.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. Green, 30. Watch it now, Barney.
They pitch out to Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 30 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Barth now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Goldman in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2nd down now after the sack.
59.
From the gun, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They'll start on the ground with McNichols. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. They run again with McNichols. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On the run, it's McNichols. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play action. Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way,
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.